Hey everybody, it's Jameson Hapanenko here, and I wanted to make this quick video today. I'm actually still hanging out in Boston, Massachusetts. I'm actually just outside of Boston in a little town called Needham. And what's fascinating is that, you know, there's a lot of schools over here. There's a lot of universities. And some of the, well, actually one of the major Ivy League universities is here, just in Boston there, which is Harvard. So, you know, a lot of people, famous people, actually have gone to Harvard and have actually dropped out of Harvard to pursue different things. And you know what I've noticed is that, you know, a lot of the ones that you know hit me right off the top of the head is Mark Zuckerberg and you know, Bill Gates. Pretty sure he went to Harvard as well, but you know, needless to say, he dropped out of school as well to pursue you know, the information age technology. And really that's what I want to make this video about, is that, you know, we look at society right now in general, and, you know, college really became popular in the industrial age. And in the industrial age, the paradigm or the mindset was to go to school, get a good job, and then, you know, retire on the benefits from that job after, you know, so many years of working. And so that was kind of the mindset. That's the mindset of, you know, most of the older folks, unless they're really into technology right now, that's really the mindset. And really, you know, I would say probably 80, maybe even higher than that, maybe 90% of the Americans, that's their mindset still. And maybe it's a little different than that, but that's an information age or a industrial age mindset, because you know, going into the industrial age, you know, it opened up a lot of industries when they came out with machinery, and they started, you know, when the cars were made in the early, you know, late 1800s, the early 1900s, when they started making vehicles for transportation, and then, you know, you had airplanes that came out. So it opened up all these different industries, you know, production of food. And we've seen all these industries open where you had to go to school and you had to be trained how to get a job in these industries. And there's still stuff that's never going to go away, like, you know, being a doctor or a lawyer or stuff like that. I mean, that's still, you're going to have to go to school to do that. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if somebody comes out with some online stuff, but you probably still, you know, for a lawyer, you still have to pass the bar, and I'm sure you have to do some stuff for the medical field as well. But what I wanted to talk about, though, is that, you know, that's only a certain small percentage of Americans as well that are in a specialty field that you have to go to school for. But other than that, I mean, if you're not in that type of field and you have the mindset of, hey, I've got to go to school for 4 years and waste 4 years of my valuable life going to school, and then getting out and getting a job, and you know, I was a business owner, so you don't hire somebody and promote them to the top right away. And some of the research I've been doing is that even the Ivy League schools, I mean, you can only get out of school and you're the average person, they say, makes about 60 grand, and that's not even guaranteed, which really nobody can guarantee anything. But the Ivy League schools, they're only paying about 60 grand. So the concept behind this is, you know, people are using this industrial age mindset coming into the information age. And, you know, the information age is, you know, it's starting to take off really right now in stride, because everybody has access to the internet. People have Google on their phones now, to where you have access to damn near just about any information you want. And so the whole mindset is shifting around what is possible, and now you can reach people at the push of a key all over the world, and you couldn't do that before. So that's what's happening in this information age, and it's changing the way the game is played. And the reason I wanted to make this video is because we've actually we have a system that is put together that anybody can play. I mean, we have people, you know, from 18 to 80 playing this game, and they made it to where anybody can just tap in. You know, it used to be if you wanted to play on the internet, you had to have all these systems and stuff in place to where you could keep up with the guys that were already playing on the internet and making a lot of money. Now, a guy named David Wood has actually made it to where anybody can play on the internet, and they've actually put all the tools in place to where all you got to do is tap into the tools. And what I like about it is the mindset around it is that they've made it to where you do a little bit of work now. You know, it'd be almost like going to school the way that we have it set up. You go through school and you have to do all this hard work, and you have these term papers due, and you have all this stuff due that you have to get done in order to complete school. And so basically, could you imagine having an internet type of business to where you did all the hard work now, and then it stayed out there on the internet forever, and it started driving traffic forever? Because really, I mean, that would be quite amazing. It'd be like going to school, doing all the work, and then they tell you, okay, well, as soon as you get out of school, you're going to have cash flow coming in from that time pretty much for the rest of your life. What would you do? What would you do if they told you that, if you went to school and to a college and they said, hey, you do a bunch of hard work now, but then you get to play the rest of your life, or you get to go do whatever the heck you want to do the rest of your life? And that's pretty much how the internet has changed the game. The internet has taken it from where you had to go to school, work for somebody most of your life, and then the later part of your life where you're getting old and you can't do a whole lot much of anything, then you expect it to retire. Now, we're in the mindset where, you know, you can do work for a couple years and really kick butt at it, or if you have some money to throw into it, you can even just do some advertising and shortcut through all the hard work. But if you don't have any money, you could do some work for a couple of years, you know, get all of your stuff in place, and it's stuff that stays out on the internet forever. And that's a system that we put together here, is that it's a system that is made to make you money residual throughout the rest of your life. So, way cool concept. It's an information age concept. If you're stuck in the industrial age mind, you're probably not getting it. You probably, you know, it's going to be a big shift in order for you to understand it, because, you know, a lot of people just don't believe, and they don't, you know, if you never try, you never know. And, you know, it wouldn't have been sad if the Wright brothers, you know, and the ones that believed that flight was possible, if they never tried to fly, and they just said, you know what, that's crazy. You're not going to be able to fly like the birds. You're out of your freaking mind. You know, and besides, I mean, if you could fly like the birds, you're only going to go a couple miles an hour, so why put all that effort into trying to fly like the birds? If they would have had that mindset, if mankind would have had that mindset, things would be totally different today. So what I want to tell you is that if you're going to think like everybody else thinks, you're going to get what everybody else has. And pretty much that's nothing. So there's a small majority of people that think differently, and they believe that they can be whatever they want to be, and they can do whatever they want to do, and they can change their life. They don't have to live the way they were taught to live, the way they were conditioned to live in the industrial age. So moving forward, are you going to be with us, or are you going to be stuck in that industrial age mindset? I'm out. Have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you later. It's early morning, a little after 6 a.m. There's our coach right there, a little car we just bought in Texas. A little grass pad, bikes. And I'm taking the wife and the kids. We're going out to the beach to look and see what's out there this morning. Rachel saw a bunch of jellyfish yesterday, so I thought we'd go check it out. Pretty nice little resort. A lot of people here, a lot of nice people here. A lot of big coaches.